Once upon a time, in a world where appearances often determined one's fate, there lived a young woman named Sarah. She was born into a family of modest clerks, and despite her beauty and charm, she had no dowry, no prospects, and no way to connect with wealthy and influential men. Consequently, she ended up marrying a minor official at the Ministry of Education. Sarah's life was far from what she had envisioned. She dressed plainly due to her limited means, and she felt a deep sense of unhappiness. Her house, with its shabby walls, worn-out furniture, and ugly curtains, seemed to taunt her daily. Her neighbor, a young girl who did her housework, was a constant reminder of the life she wished she had. Sarah dreamt of luxurious living, of grand parties, elegant gowns, and precious jewels. She yearned to be admired, envied, and desired. Yet she had none of these things. The stark contrast between her desires and her reality made her miserable. One day, her husband brought home a coveted invitation to a fancy event at the Ministry of Education. He hoped this would bring her joy, but instead, she was furious. She had no suitable dress to wear. Desperate to please his wife, her husband offered to provide her with the funds to buy a beautiful dress. Sarah estimated that she would need 400 francs for this. Though this amount was a significant portion of her husband's savings, he agreed to give it to her. The day of the party approached, and despite her sadness, Sarah's dress was ready. However, she became distressed once again, this time because she had no jewelry. She felt it would be embarrassing to appear at the event without any adornments. Her husband suggested wearing flowers instead, but she found this idea humiliating. Desperate for a solution, Sarah went to her rich friend, Madame Anderson, who generously allowed her to borrow a beautiful diamond necklace. Sarah was overjoyed. At the party, Sarah was a sensation. She was the most beautiful woman in the room, and everyone wanted to meet her. She danced and reveled in the admiration and attention she received. However, the night ended in disaster. On their way home, Sarah realized that she had lost the borrowed diamond necklace. They searched for it but couldn't find it. Distraught and in debt, they had to replace it to return it to Madame Anderson. They borrowed money, sold assets, and lived in poverty for the next 10 years to repay the debt. When the debt was finally paid off, Sarah was no longer the charming young woman she once was. She had become tough and hardened by the struggles of her impoverished life. She worked tirelessly, did her own housework, and haggled for every penny at the market. One day, while walking in the park, Sarah saw her old friend, Madame Richardson, with her child. She approached her, hoping to finally confess the truth about the necklace and the years of suffering it had caused. But when she did, Madame Richardson revealed that the necklace Sarah had borrowed was a fake, worth only 500 francs. Sarah had spent 10 years repaying a debt for a necklace that was never worth the price she had paid. This story serves as a poignant reminder of how one small choice, one night of extravagance, can lead to years of hardship and sacrifice. It's a lesson about the consequences of materialism and the pursuit of appearances at the expense of one's true happiness and well-being. If you like stories like these, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Kazimation. I share history, mystery, and stunning stories here. Thanks for stopping by. I love you all.